There's a system. What the? But about system update, not a game update. No, I don't. I don't care. Whatever, man. Well, it's late on Saturday, on the last weekend of November here. It is crazy to think that it is about to be December. What the heck? Where is the time even going? I don't have enough time to do all the stuff I want to do. Even if we're just talking about stuff with the channel here. This coming Thursday is going to be the release of Metroid Prime 4 and the Elden Ring Night Rain DLC. Start your engine in less. I've played this game before. Why is it telling me this now? Everyone's at the stadium. Oh, I better check the reward. Don't tell me that there's limited time rewards with seasons in this game. Street name, today's. Hours remaining, 21. Hold on. You can earn points throughout the event period based on your performance and use those points to redeem rewards. Don't tell me that Kirby Air Riders, of all things, has limited time seasons with rewards where if you don't get them while that season is active, it's just gone forever. Surely not. Surely the Lord himself, Sakurai, would not do such a thing. But that sure is what it looks like at face value. Huh. I don't know why it says plus join and it's grayed out and I can't even navigate to it. Yeah, I'll press B there. Is that in events? Hold on. Mail? That tells me about that there. It says hours remaining 21 and there's no option to join. So... Oh, because it's only active for certain times of day, I guess. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep on doing the road trip here, man. Well, yeah, that should be where I'm at. I was like, wait a second. I'm a little bit exhausted. I've had a little bit of a long week here. I don't know, do that or something or other. Love the music, man. Sure. Why not? Oh, I like how we're going across the water here. Anyway, I've had a little bit of a long week. And because of so much stuff coming out here, I figure, okay, I gotta get on top of game stuff this weekend. And, you know, I thought I'd have a lot more time this weekend, but it's occurring to me that I had more stuff to do this weekend than I initially remembered. Like, after getting home from work the other day. I was gonna stream, but I was just, like, really quite exhausted at the end of the day there. And so I didn't end up streaming yesterday, and I wanted to not be up too late anyway, because today there was a Taekwondo testing to be helping out with, and I thought there was a chance of me potentially going testing with black belt interim testing, that I'm not gonna get enough things here, am I? Crap, man. Because there was going to be a couple of color belt testings, then a black belt interim testing. Apparently there was an email sent out a while back that said that the black belt interim testing was canceled, and I didn't get that memo. Which, fine, fair enough. I wasn't sure if I was ready for my testing anyway, but, like, I still wanted to go in and help out there. So I've been at the dojang a lot of the day today. Gotta keep up my watch streak. Gotta keep it up there, Mythic. Things are going well today. Here. Let me actually, like, lock in here. No, come on. Maybe I could actually, come on. So, a lot of my day was spent at the dojang today, and, I ended up helping out with a testing there, which is probably the most people that I've ever seen testing at once. Like, maybe I've seen more than that before, but if so, it would have been, like, way before COVID. The testing today had 88 people. The dojang was completely filled to the brim. Every space where we have space for, like, a line of people was completely filled, and every space between lines was filled with another makeshift line. We, ended up having a lot of people participating at once. This makes my 14th consecutive stream. Really getting this watch streak up then. Jeez. But yeah, there was a lot of people. We were going to do sparring at the end, but after it had already gone on for so long, the instructor was like, all right, just because there's so many people here, and this is an administrative error on our part, having so many people here at once, this was not the intention. We're not going to have this many people testing at once again, is what we're going to try to avoid. But because of the amount of people, just this one time, we're going to make an exception and not do, like, actual sparring with gear and, like, change into that, you know, get everyone properly sparring and then change out of that. Instead, everyone is just going to do 3-step shadow sparring, which means one person throws out 3 kicks, then another person throws out 3 kicks. You just take turns, like, going back and forth and not actually kicking one another. And there was 8 of us black belt instructors slash volunteers. So we got 8 stations set up in a 2x4 around the rectangular dojang space to have a total of 16 students sparring at once. And, you know, if there were students that were kicking, like, pretty far and their opponents that were, like, backing up, shuffling pretty far, they'd be, like, 2 kicks in, and I would have to stop them. Say, we're resetting back over to our area. Continue. And, just because the space was so limited, people were running into each other sometimes. Like, we're trying our best to, you know, stay in our own areas, but it's so hard with the limited space there. It was a little bit of absolute chaos there. And, I don't know if it's exhaustion to do with that or, like, this past week in general or just other things just compounding or something like that, because I have a lot of family stuff going on lately as well. And, right towards the end of that, I just started getting, like, well, not towards the end, like, after it had finished, like, after everything was done, and I was still feeling, you know, pretty alright, everything's a-okay. I just had this wave of exhaustion come over me out of nowhere. So, from there, I went over to my Oma's place, and I had dinner over there with my family. And then I came here and I was like, all right, I gotta get caught up on some stream stuff. I passed out in this chair for about 2 hours. I would have gone to actual bed, but if I go to actual bed, I know I'm not getting up and being ready to stream. So I was like, I gotta chip away at some of this stuff because there's so much game stuff going on. So I just passed out in this chair for a little bit so that I would be able to actually get up and get to streaming. So now here I am at 10 p.m. after my couple-hour power nap, ready to see how long I can go. So we'll see about finishing off Kirby Air Riders tonight. But there's a chance I might not even have the energy to do that. So, you know, I just figured I'd share my headspace right now for context. But yeah, still says 13th, but it said that during the last stream I watched, so I don't know. Twitch might be cheating you here. Here, I should probably just be doing, like, big and speed and stuff. Come on. Yeah, I think this is probably going to be the better way to go. I can't turn in this, can I? Oh my god. Oh, but can I retry? Does it? Okay, it doesn't take my funds there. Maybe like this. Or a 3D printer. Oh, nice. What kind of 3D printer? 3, 2, 1, start. Oop. Because this is really great turning and stuff. Here we go. Give me all the stuff. Let's take the outside edge here. Yeah. Nom 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 nom. No, come on. Give me the things. Give me the goods. There we go. That's more like it. Sweet. Cleared. Instead of thinking about 3D printing, want to see something cool that I 3D printed a little while back, about a week ago, but I only got around to painting it yesterday. I was going to stream last night, but I decided instead of streaming, I would do something else that I've been meaning to do and paint. Got the Anycubic Cobra S1 combo, which is a 4-spool feeder system that is also heated / dried, with 8 kilograms of various colors of 1 kilogram PLA spools and 1 kilogram of black ABS filament, all for $550. Huh. Sounds like not too half bad of a deal. This was like a bundle that came with like a bunch of starter filament there. So 4-spool feeder system. I take it it's a multicolor printer then, and therefore a little bit fancier schmancier than my single color printer that I've got going over there. Like if I want multiple colors, I paint. Bought the filament separately. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense there. Like if I want multiple colors, should I turn off my light so that you'll be able to see this a little bit better? Maybe I'll turn off my light. Enclosed core XY multicolor printer. Okay, so yeah, properly enclosed there. I have a pop-up little tent enclosure that I can put around mine if I want to make mine enclosed. I pop up this little tent-like thing around it. I usually just use that as a little greenhouse for, like, germinating plants and having my grafted plants heal when I combine, like, tomatoes and potatoes surgically. You can see a whole bunch of paintbrushes that I still have here from last night from painting. I still have a little bit more painting to go. Let's turn off my light there so you can see this a little bit better. If I want multiple colors, I gotta paint. I gotta do stuff like that. Here's this laying down Winter Sawsbuck from Pokemon that I just painted yesterday. I didn't even have a brown in this color. Well, more specifically, I did. I have a brown, like, Pet G, where the support structures would stick way too much together, and I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this. Also, I gotta size it up a little bit, I think. Because the supports of this were, like, impossible to peel off, so I was like, I gotta do this in PLA. And I don't have a brown PLA in that color. So I printed this in a different brown. So literally everything you see here is painted. Like, you don't see the natural color of, like, the actual filament that I printed this in anywhere. But, like, you can see that it's 3D printed with, like, okay, that's gonna... Camera. Man, I wish I had a button to just, like, easily toggle the tracking on and off. I gotta sort that out one of these days. I guess the only thing that's, like, actual natural filament color is this and the horns, because I just printed them in white and slotted them on separately. Those are the only, like, natural color there. But yeah, so the rest, it's all just, like, 3D printed and several hours of painting yesterday. That's what I have to do if I want to do multiple colors. But hey, you know, it's not too bad. Looks good enough to be official kind of quality kind of thing, right? Maybe? I don't know. So this was my little experiment the other day. Was throwing this together with some very fine brushes for the fine details. So that's what I gotta do if I want multiple colors. So it's a little bit more involved. I don't do a lot of painting of my 3D prints, just, you know, for very specific stuff like that. Usually I want multiple colors in a basic way. I'll just do, you know, something like that. Just color change along, like, the exact line. So it's like, here's 3 different filaments, and you can see that they're just color changed along the exact line. But turns out it's a pretty decent looking dragon, you know? Looks pretty alright. I'm not too disappointed with how that turned out. Or things like the frost dragons, where it goes blue, white, blue. Got a little snowflake tail on it. You know, all sorts of cool stuff. I'm trying to get some cool dragons made for potential future gaming events, potential math camp stuff that might be going on with work, potential Christmas gifts. Who knows? It's just good to have stuff like that around, you know. Alright, got that. Filament was like $15 for the ABS roll. Really? Oh, that's a USD. $11 a roll for the PLA. But still, that's still cheaper than I would get filament here at, like, the cheapest prices I get it. Because $11 USD is probably like 16, 17-ish dollars Canadian. The cheapest PLA filaments that I'd get that are, like, you know, a full kilogram are probably like $22 at the absolute cheapest Canadian. And that's at, like, hobby wholesale, where they have really good prices there. If I want, like, fancier schmancier filaments, like this multicolor purple, black, blue filament here, which is, like, the base of this blue dragon that I was just showing off there. Those are usually, like, $30 to $35 here, is the case here. It's Black Friday sale on the PLA and ABS. Usually they're, like, $15 to $20 USD per roll. Okay, yeah, that checks out. That sounds a lot more accurate there. Oh, yeah. Because of Black Friday stuff, there might be some Black Friday sale stuff going on around here. Huh, I should go shopping tomorrow, and I should go look into 3D printing filament. I didn't even think about looking for Black Friday sales on 3D printing filament. I'm getting low on a couple colors. This is a potential good time to stock up. Banana Waddle Dee, hell yeah! But yeah, ABS usually being $25 to $30 a roll. Yeah, ABS is usually a little bit more expensive because it's, you know, heavy-duty plastic. You now ride on Rocket Star. That's what you printed when you want something really functional long-term. You can now ride on Hopstar. You can now ride Banana Waddle Dee. Yeah, it's, you can do some handy stuff with ABS there. There's, the ring. What the? I don't know. Let's see what this does. I don't know. Sure, dash ring. Oh my god! Okay, that's what that does. There's a building that the company that I work for recently acquired that needs a decent little smidge of repairs. Ooh, let's get some offense here. Like, there's, like, some bricks and stuff that are cracked that, you know, should do some touch up there. I don't know what exactly the process would be. My boss was wondering at some point here if it'd be possible to just do like a laser scanning kind of thing, and then maybe you 3D print it out of ABS or something like that. You know, something that's gonna be like heavy duty and last, or you know, people can walk on if it's something on the floor, stuff like that. Like, I don't know, maybe something like that is possible. I've never printed out of ABS or ASA. As far as I understand it, my 3D printer actually spent most of its lifetime before I got it, printing ABS cup holders. So it is more than capable of it. Rail panic? Sure. So before I got it, that's what it spent most of its life doing. Before it got, like, remade by my cousin, before it looked like that, back when it looked more like a stock Ender 3. That's what that printer mostly did. So, like, oh my good gracious. Okay. Updated 14 watch streak finally. Nice. Oh, I'm super spinning now. I don't know how that happened. Okay, this way we go. Sure, I've got sword now. Okay. I don't really need a special here. There we go. Yeah, I want to learn ABS because I intend on using the 3D printer not just for novelty shit, but also for car parts. PLA in a hot car will soften to the point of becoming wax-like in texture. Depending on where you put it in the car, and depending what manufacturer you get the PLA from. Like, when I've talked to my cousin before about use of PLA, like, PLA is, like, just the good go-to model base print. Like, this is PLA. You know, the Sawsbuck that I showed, this is PLA. If I want slightly more functional prints, I usually go PETG since it's the actual, like, oil-based plastic and its melting point is a little bit higher. My cousin has warned me, like, you know, even have something PLA in something like a windowsill and it could potentially get, like, droopy and melted. You know, has really warned me about that. Several years ago, I had a coworker that asked me to print a PLA pot for a certain plant just because she really liked that particular color. And I was like, I don't know. A whole bunch of dirt and water going through PLA, plus it being in a window with sunshine. I don't know if that's going to last long term. I have that very plant here. It's a jade plant. It's in the windowsill upstairs. It has lasted just fine. Like, it has lasted great despite being in the window. Like, maybe it just doesn't get hot enough here. I don't know. But it can definitely depend on the manufacturer, like the quality of the PLA. Like, for example, a lot of my PLA comes from Matter 3D. They're actually a Canadian-based company based out of Victoria, unless they moved their warehouse recently. I thought I heard something about a move, but Matter 3D, they're a Canadian company on Vancouver Island there. It's their PLA that I got that from there. And, like, so I've been really quite surprised by the quality of the prints from Matter 3D's PLA. Like, maybe it's just a little bit higher quality kind of stuff. Or my boss, for example, when, because it's a company that largely does real estate stuff, one of the places that we have is a commercial building. It's mostly residential real estate, but one of them is commercial. So you walk into this building and there's, like, all these signs that list, like, this business is in this place, this business is in this place, this business is in this place. And how these little sign plaques are being held up is there's wires on either side, and then the signs are in the middle of the wires with these little 3D printed clamps that go on either side. So, you know, this doorway, it's right in the sunshine. These are functional clamps that keep it in place. So they had gotten them commissioned by, like, those before me. So I was like, hey, what material is that out of? Because it's probably not PLA, because, like, it's a functional print. It's right in the sunshine. It's probably gonna, you know, get a little bit droopy in the sunshine there if it's really exposed in direct rays, since PLA has a low melting point. And my boss was like, I don't know, I'll send you the invoice. And he sent me the invoice. And the people that he had commissioned this from, Rep Warehouse, they use a lot of Matter 3D stuff. And I was looking at the invoice, and the invoice said that they just printed it in PLA. And I was like, really? Functional clips, like, right in the sunshine in PLA? But I know that RepRap uses a lot of PLA as well, or a lot of Matter 3D PLA as well. So they probably use the same type of PLA material I do. So when I was making new clips of the right size for my boss there, I was initially gonna do it in PETG, but after seeing that, I was like, huh, I guess I'll do it in PLA. It's cheaper, it's more environmentally friendly, all that stuff there. So I printed it in PLA, and, like, it's lasting just fine so far. So I don't know. Maybe, don't sleep on PLA, I guess. Like, of course, for, like, really functional prints and things that are going to be really subjected to heat, then, of course, you know, go with better filaments like PETG or, you know, ABS or ASA if it needs to be something really functional. Like, most of that machine is ABS. Anything that's blue or white on that is ABS 3D printed plastic, which has served me great. Like, the ABS on that is fantastic. But, man, my cousin kind of got me to think of PLA as like the boogeyman where you can't use it for anything functional ever. But depending on who made it, like, don't sleep on PLA, I guess. As long as it's not going to be, you know, really exposed to high temps. So I've actually printed a lot of plant pots out of PLA over the past couple of years since then, and they've actually held up just fine. So, you know, I've been quite surprised by Matter 3D's PLA, honestly. Here in Indiana, it can get to 95 Fahrenheit, 35 Celsius with 90% humidity on hot days in summer. Yeah, I don't think I would trust a plant pot out in the sunshine in that temperature. Inside of a car in direct sunlight, PLA starts to get iffy. Yeah, there's definitely a big difference in climate as well. Defeat gooey. Whoa, okay. Maybe I just saw the special thing and I immediately was like, I'm just gonna go pop it immediately. Wow, come on. Come on. Have I even hit gooey a single time here, man? There, now I did. For sure. Come on, please. But yeah, I'm gonna use it for interior components, like if an air vent breaks or an armrest cover for my Fiat, etc. Yeah. Yeah, the best possible thing that you can print that out of is definitely ABS. Here in this climate, I could probably get away with something like a PETG air vent cover. Most likely. Eventually, I'll 3D print a cup holder for my truck. So I actually have a cup holder in that thing. I'll just do it in PETG. Like, why not?
Excellent.
One day I would like to try a little bit of PLA or ABS. Like, just for the sake of trying out my enclosure, since you need an enclosed printer for that. You know, when I dig up my enclosure and clean out a little bit of the dirt that's in there. Because, again, I use it as a greenhouse. Since I don't really use it to 3D print. And my cousin has, like, an actual proper enclosed printer that's, like, built that way. Here, more top speed, sure. So he's told me before that if I need to print in, like, ASA or ABS or whatever, just come to him and he can get it printed. So, realistically, if I need something like that made, I would typically just go to him. Since, you know, while I can print out of things like that in my, my machine, it wasn't inherently designed for. It's more of like, it's an option if I set up the... This is a twofer. It gives me two things? Maybe I should go for that then? It can be done. And again, has historically been done for that. A whole bunch, apparently. Because before my cousin bought it used and turned it into the machine that it is today. That's what it spent its life doing. Was 3D printing ABS cup holders. To the point that the original build plate that it came with, that I don't use anymore, because, like, it was super used up. You can see, like, permanently etched in lines of the cup holders on the original build plate. Like, just permanently in there. So, I 3D printed a lot of cup holders. I probably have that build plate somewhere around here. I could probably show the outlines of cup holders that are just permanently in there. I'm trying, man. Oh my god, they're so dang low. Oh, I'm so screwed.
5, 4, 3, 2.
I don't think this is the right machine to be using here, man. No. Can I change my cart? I don't know, man. Oh, I can here. Dash forward with superior acceleration on a max up boost charge. That probably doesn't turn all that well, huh? Probably not. Here, get like some good maneuverability this way. Okay. Gobble up as much of the feast as you can. Here we go. Nom 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 nom. Something like this, I don't know. Music's so good, man. Here, do this, and then, grab all that stuff. Man, he is so far ahead! How the hell do I win this? Ah! Burger! I'm trying really hard here, man. What the heck?
5, 4,
What the hell?
1.
How do I win this? 810? What? Your wheelie scooter is probably the way to go. I don't know. Playing this game is waking me up a little bit now. Hey, 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 hey! Let me has the food. Let me has. Okay. Ooh. Look at all that. I keep forgetting how sharply this thing can turn. No. Let me has. I'm actually winning right now. Please maintain that lead. Nom 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 nom. Go up here. Maybe there's a bunch of stuff. Nom nom. There's 2 things at least. Please. Nom 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 nom. Okay. Yes. 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 Nom 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 nom. Sweet. Victory. Cool, man. That's what we like to see. Level 105 now. This guy looks kind of happy. I'm going with him. Sure. I got Cloud Guy going on here for my chosen route. Target the halberd. I love that part of this theme. When the piano goes crazy. I kind of want to land on the halberd again. But I wish I could have changed my cart before then. Because I'm realizing on this wheelie scooter it's going to be friggin' impossible. Like, there's no way. With the wheelie scooter? No. Whoops. Will this help me glide or something here? There's no friggin' way I'm getting over there, man. Hold on. Hold on a hot second here. Whoa, I'm going this way now. Oh my god. Okay. Well. Jeez, I can't stop hitting things. Okay, it's that way. But like... No! I went down the toilet! What the hell is this? Alright, Oh! No! I didn't want to plummet. Oh my god. Can I... Hold on. I need to glide. So, yeah.
3, 2, 1, start.
Okay, please. Yeah, look, I can glide with this. Okay, so it might actually be worth a while to go into the center of the volcano here. Oh my... I can't stop hitting walls. Like, so if I go down... Oh, stop. Come on. If I purposefully go down here, so I can launch myself back up. There we go. That's more like it. Boop. Whoa, my initial collision didn't count. There. I did it. Sweet. Very, very nice. I want more boost, sure. I don't know. Sounds great. Sounds like a plan to me. We'll go to a shop here in a little bit. I'll keep my machine the same, I guess. Oh. Oh, it's that dude. My evil doppelganger. Well, I'm going up against you. Why would I not? Ride straight ahead as fast as you can. Drag race. Okay. You clearly have a better... No! What have I done? Please. Come on. This is fine. We bring it back from this. Oh my. Okay. This should be good for gliding, I think. Okay, follow his trail. Okay, come on, let's see here. And then, here we go. No, come on, come on. Oh, that was close. If I had gotten the other ring there. If only. Here, retry. Here. Yeah, this one. It's a drag race, so like... Heck yeah.
3, 2, 1, go!
What the heck? Come on. We've got places to be. Come on. Out of my way.
Plasma.
Come on. No. Pew. Come on, big pew. That did like nothing to slow you down. Oh my god, I didn't even get that. Come on. Come on, really? How? Come on. I don't think I'm gonna have a better vehicle for speed than this.
3, 2, 1, go!
Come on. Catch up there. It's going this way this time. Smack. Oh my. Fire. Come on. Fire. And then... No. There goes my fire. We're not getting up to there. If he gets that speed boost, I swear. No, come on! Man, Road Trip is friggin' hard, man.
3, 2, 1, go!
Road Trip of this game does not mess around. Is what I've certainly learned. Especially during the later stages. Squizzy!
Freeze!
Come on. Ah! Gonna try to pass me here in a sec. The freeze isn't gonna help me unless I'm really close there, I think. Yeah, I'm not getting that. Come on, that speed boost. There's no way he zooms ahead this time. He almost did again. He came really close to. Jeez, man. There. My god. I got another one of those special gem things. So anytime I get one of those, I get a cutscene. Is that how it works? It's good I grabbed that then. Rider and machine is one.
When the vehicles fell to Popstar, many crumbled to ruin at the moment of impact. But some survived and encountered potential riders.
When would Kirby have been in like pitch black darkness and activating an air
The
ride?
vehicles could not activate themselves.
Seems like something Sakurai would have come up with thinking that it looks cool, even if there isn't like context for it. We're putting it in the game. This sounds like a cool looking cutscene.
Once paired, vehicles and riders became close partners. Air ride machines eventually became a common sight and an indispensable part of their riders' lives.
Neat, man. Get out of here. Alright, how we feeling about the shop? What have we got here? Weight, top speed, boost, defense. I don't know. I have some funds. I have the technology. Sure, leave it at that for now. I don't know. Treasure hunt, tourney race. I always suck at these 2D ones. Let's go fuck them up. I'm good at that. Defeat more foes than anyone else. Okay, that I can do. And yeah, may as well stick with this vehicle here. Smack, smack, smack. Oh, yeah, needle. That'll help things along, won't it? Okay, come on. Everybody dies. Yep. This is what happens when DD rolls into town on this machine. Needle.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Okay, I was about to say no way anyone has more points than this. Keep on forgetting to look into the bottom left and see that you can actually see the points there. There we go. Get some more offense. There we go. I got a sticker. The best sticker, as a matter of fact. Right through the building there. Boss. Oh no, it's Viking Rick! What a terrifying sight, truly. Race to the finish in air ride. Wave flow waters. Uh-oh. I keep hitting the walls on this one. So, uh-oh. Rival will start using the special up item. Oh, this thing does not friggin' turn! I gotta start charging these up, like, really preemptively. Pew. Win the race, it says. Okay. I can do that. I can totally do that. Your follow his trail. Speed up a little bit. Get some speed boost here. Yeah, preemptively charge up. Oh, smack, smack. Let's go. Come on. The speed boost. Yes. Sweet. Least trouble I've had with a boss for a little while. Victory. Awesome, man. Stage clear. That's what we like to see. So yeah, no story bit for finishing this. Story bit for getting the optional story bit along the way this time. First I thought snow was coming. Next stage, Silent Side Street. Yeah, I'd love to save. I don't know, keep on doing the different slot thing, I guess. And start out with this for safety's sake.